Welcome back to Bonanza Disc Golf and to another episode of New Kid in the Bag, where I actually did something a little bit different. A lot of you have asked if I can play courses with my own bag to get a general guideline before I play them with this bag of new discs. And so for this video, I did two different things. One, I did just play Estero Park with my own bag. Shout out JoJo for playing with me and showing me a little bit of the ropes. And we played from the blue tee pads, which is what we're gonna be doing again today, kind of the intermediate-ish pads. And I've also thrown all these discs in a field. Granted, it was a very short field work session, but I did get a general idea for them. So I'm not going in completely blind. And that's because today we're gonna be taking a look at RPM Discs. They're a New Zealand-based company, and they have a lot of really great discs and a lot of big fans over in that side of the world. But they sent me out 3 putters, 3 mids, 3 fairways-ish, and 2 distance drivers. We have the Tui 3.4 -1 0.5, and it's a little more stable than a very flippy putter, but very straight. A Ruru 2301 feels very interesting in the hand, kind of very round on the edge. A Platinum Takapu. This, I imagine, is gonna be my putting putter. And then our 3 mids are the RPM Kia zone-like disc, but a very different profile. A little dimple around the edge here, very comfortable in the hand for the forehand, and for the backhand, a little chunky for the backhand because it does have a bead, but overall good. And then 2 different Kotukus. One is the Glow Kotuku, and this one is just their base plastic Kotuku. These discs I'm very excited for, 5502, and I think they are that stable. This one probably a little bit less so, but this one very much so for skips, less skips. Then we have the Piwaka Waka, which is a 6-speed, pretty flippy, and then another flippy fairway driver, so we really don't have a lot of stability between our 5 speeds and our 13 speeds, because this is the Peka Peka 9.6 -3.1. Very good feeling disc here as well. And then our 3 drivers are the Platinum Kiwi, which is 10.404, super overstable, the RPM Kotare 12.503, and it is a little bit more stable than your typical destroyer-like disc, and then a Kahu XG, which is 13.5 -2.52. This is probably gonna be the bomber. It's gonna be interesting because the middle part of the lineup, the 7 to 9 speed, isn't very fold out from what they sent me here. They do have a Huia and other discs that I don't have, but we have just these discs to try to match my score with my own bag. Otherwise, we have to put 1 disc in the giveaway box, or if I can't get within 3 strokes of myself, we have to put 2 in the box. But let's get on to hole number 1 after practicing a little bit of putting, and I'll tell you what that score is that we need to beat, because it's a little high, but it is a 21 hole course, so we should be able to make it happen. 9 down, so a lot. I played pretty good. But I also chained out on like 4 or 5 putts, so all the strokes are there to get with these discs. I just have to play relatively clean and know that there's 21 holes to try to get all 9 of those. All right, hole number 1, you're not really gonna be able to see. It is 210-ish feet just up and to the right. I can barely see it from the tee pad here. We have this initial gap that we have to hit on a forehand. I'm guessing it's going to be the Kotuku. I'm hoping I don't get too oversore from throwing 2 full 21 hole rounds today, but should be relatively simple. I'm gonna go with the Glow Kotuku first. I imagine it's not gonna be super overstable, but definitely truer to 5502 than like an EMAC Truth is, which has the same numbers but is not as overstable. Oh, that's so rude. That was looking so pretty. Well, we got a long putt to start, but that thing flies nice. I'm not gonna say it was on an ace line before it hit the tree, but I'm not gonna not say that it was. Dude, I hate these baskets. I chain out so much left side. Oh, sorry, it's not the basket's fault. I had like 5 of those last round, and they're not good putts, but some baskets will catch those. These ones won't. All right, so our basket looks like about 180 feet straight across the water. Nice windy water carry, all things that you love to see. So with the wind really pushing us left to right, I was thinking about going with the Tui, but I kind of think Ruru might be the play, 2301. Just basically straight at it on some hyzer, and the wind and it should fight against each other. Oh, let's go. That was a good shot either way. Not as much hyzer as I would have wanted. That is parked. That's so good. Yep. I will say so far, a lot of the feels of these discs are very different to a lot of like the cloning molds that we see nowadays, where instead of just like making their own version of a zone or something, it's an overstable approach to this that like feels different, similar to their putters. Like everything has a slightly different feel, which is nice and unique because it's not as clony. I've been liking the disc so far. All right, hole 2, which is our hole 3. 1 down, solid. This one's about 320 feet straight that way. Lots and lots of wind pushing head right to left. Thinking a forehand would be nice to work against this. The Kahu might be too flippy, so I think we're gonna try the Kotare on a forehand. I really have to get a good line with it. This is a disc that Eric Oakley likes a lot on the forehand. The problem is I want to throw a flexing forehand and get through one of those gaps to the left of the basket, which is straight ahead, but I need to throw it probably just barely anhyzer so that the wind will push it that way and then it will come back. But it is very overstable, so even if I get over on it a little too much, I'm not super worried. That's so stable. Oh my gosh, don't skip into the road. All right, we should be safe. I threw that pretty much how I liked. I did notice when I played here earlier, the wind didn't affect things as much as I thought it would. So this probably just amounts to a pitch up play, but I'm pretty happy. I mean, this got pretty decently up here, even without flexing it basically at all. It did not flex at all. Oh yeah. Having a good time with these discs so far. On to hole number 4, pretty wide open, but very windy. Oh wait, not this hole, not the next hole, the hole after is what I was thinking of. Okay, on to hole 3. All right, our hole 3, you can probably barely see some tassels out there of the basket. It's 310 feet. There's a straight through line. There's also a big flex forehand line, which I think with the Kotare, as long as I get it over the water, it'll have a nice big flare at the end of it. So I think we're gonna go for the flex. I just have to make sure I actually flex it and trust that it's super overstable. Oh, it's so beefy. Get through, get over. Oh, sit down. Dang, that thing is very overstable. I wonder if the Kahoo would be a good move too. It is a 13 speed, but it's just flippy enough that I didn't necessarily want to throw it there. All right, I'm glad I put that hyzer on it. That's a bomber though. Holy crap, that is so far. I really have to even flex it more, just maybe a little more forward instead of up, keeping that nose down. That Kahoo throw is really good. And I've noticed that I'm honestly much more of a hyzer flip or just hyzer to flat forehand thrower. And I've like not been able to turn over my forehands, which is kind of crazy because I used to only throw flex forehands. I think I can get there with a putt. Oh, just short. Dang. Just offline. Holy cow. Stop keeping your bag on when you putt, dude. All right, hole number 5, I think. Maybe 4, but actual 5. Yeah, 4, but actual 5. 353 feet straight ahead of us there. This is one that I can get there with the fairway. I did when I played, but we're pretty straight tailwind, actually. I got there with a 7 speed. I might try the Pekka Pekka, 9.6, -3.1 on like a lot of hyzer that it glides out and finishes. Look at the tailwind, keeping it so stable. Whoa. Oh, that's not great. I think I should have just trusted my gut on the 13 speed on hyzer instead of the 9 speed on hyzer for 355 feet. I was honestly surprised that Pekka Pekka might be more like a -2.2 or something, or maybe the tailwind really affected it, which makes it a little more workable for me for this challenge, I think, because there's really not a lot of stability in, like I said, the 7 to 12 speed slot until the Kotare, obviously. Not too bad, actually. Slightly outside circle. This actually is not bad at all. Got it. Let's go. Great birdie. Come on. All right, our 6th hole, hole 5 here, is 500 feet, literally 499, up and then just to the right inside of a palm tree that you might be able to see down there in that wood line. I'm wondering between the Piwaka Waka and the Pekka Pekka, there is a headwind. I think the Piwaka Waka is a little too flippy right now. I would just want to keep it down the middle and we should have an easy forehand. Left side is better, so probably definitely Pekka Pekka, but not too left side. So just keep it straight for a while. Try to let it finish a little bit straight. Hopefully I don't get this disc too wrong from that tailwind because there's kind of a slight headwind here. Oh no. Okay, that actually will be fine. That's kind of what I wanted to do. Just get back in the middle of the fairway, please. Oh no, got caught. We'll have a forehand in. That's not the end of the world. All right, right where those guys are walking out of is where we're headed to. Basically that really light tree just inside of that. Kind of got to go spiking hyzer with the forehand. I am between the Kotuku, the Kia, and the Kiwi. I'm thinking I'm gonna go Kiwi just so I can get a little bit extra juice into it and make sure that it gets up and down. Oh no, too much. I got down in the right spot. That'll be a putt. Didn't quite get into it all the ways that I could have, but I mean, 20-foot putt. I thought this was much worse. Let's go. It's always nice to throw 2 very, very mediocre shots and still walk away with a birdie on a par 4. So far, I think this is my favorite new kid in the bag that I've shot, which is awesome. Like, they're just new feels. Like, they feel new, they feel good, they're flying well. Not all the slots that I'd want, but enough that I think I can compensate for it, and it's challenging, and I like a challenge. And I think it's also my favorite because I've thrown them before and played the course before, which makes a big difference. So I think I'm gonna try to continue doing that for every new kid in the bag, just to give a fair shake to myself and to the discs. Also, if you've been watching the channel for these past couple weeks, how does it feel to not have to take a drink yet? You know what I was talking about if you watched my newest in the bag video. Bye-bye disc, gone 600,000 feet. All right, we are going 250 feet, it looks like, just straight ahead of us where those guys are walking off. We could go Qatari on a flex forehand, but as we've seen, my forehands are not flexy at all. I think we're gonna go Waka Waka. 6-6, -30 on a hyzer flip. Just basically a lot of hyzer on a rope. I'm a little worried about these trees, but I'm not because I'm better than that. Hopefully, we'll see. Maybe a little more hard than sit. Well, I threw that on a spiking hyzer, and I think it was a 4-speed. That would have been really good, but it's a 6-speed, so it wasn't. So that's good to know. This could have gotten really bad because basket over there, I am 3 feet from the water, maybe. So that's not great. Don't really have any sort of look. There's a very small gap right through here that I can throw through. No, Anthony, come on. Let's go. Way to read the headwind, man. Come on. That feels like a better par save than it actually is. Moving on to hole 7, I think, which is 8, I don't know. All right, so our basket is straight down this way. Sidewalk and beyond to the left plays as hazard on this hole. It is 290 feet, so we have a forehand. I think the Qatari is pretty simple because it will skip back basically no matter what. I think this is also a good Waka Waka hole. I think that's probably what I'm gonna play, just give it some redemption. There is a very interesting line out here because you can't see it, but there's really, you're looking just straight to the, like on a diagonal to the basket, which is why I like the Waka Waka, because if I throw it flat or slight hyzer straight at that tree, it should turn enough. Slight tailwind should stable it out a bit, but yeah, get stable, get stable, get stable, get stable. It's not gonna get stable, it's -30. I have not seen the Waka Waka yet. The Qatari is here. I thought that it got farther, but, oh, never mind, it's right here. Dang it. This honestly, this Takapu is putting really well for me. I really like it as a putter. It's a little bit bigger for my hands, but it spins so nicely. All right, this is a hard hole to shoot, hole 8, which is our 9th hole. There's this outside gap here. The center gap though is nice. You don't even really need something that finishes to the right, but you could throw, I could throw the Kia on a forehand with a little flex. I think the play though is just a putter straight up the middle. So straight, like the most straight disc ever. All right, well, that tree is actually farther than I thought it was. This might just be outside the circle, but not by a lot. Get there, man. Oh, nope, it's not that. There's a massive tailwind that I just felt as I released that second one. Oh, no bogeys would make me very happy, so let's just try to keep it that way. We're not playing bad at all. These discs are working for me. All right, here we are, hole number 9. I think this is our 10th hole, 320 feet straight up and to the left. I think we're gonna go, actually not with the glow Kotuku, but with the more base plastic Kotuku, 5502. This one might act more like just a straight mid-range. Off it, dang it, dang it, dang it. I really like that flight. I really like that flight. All right, straight ahead through there. Not the best lie. There is a forehand roller for sure that can curl back around. I think I can do it. Missed the fence. Oh, there's just like no good line through there unless I have to like fight with some trees. That was the best shot, just didn't execute it very well. Take my meter. Easy. Let's go. What a par save. Let's freaking go. Right next to someone who's gardening in her yard, so I didn't want to get too excited. Let's freaking go. All right. Silly that that's a par save, but I'm like making all my par putts, but I'm missing all of my birdie ones, which pretty typical. That's like a momentum loser right there. If I bogey there, I'm like, oh shoot, I lost a birdie. Gotta go get another one. We still only need 6 more on the back. Try not to think about that, just play my best game because I'm in new discs. I shoot what, 5, 6, 7 down, I'm pretty happy. Terrible. Really got to leave that so much wider. That's going to be on the fence. Keep it up. No, headwind putt, lifted it. That's the big difference that I've noticed when you play with new discs that are good, but you haven't spent a lot of time with. Comparing it to my bag, the main difference is like those 10 or 15 feet that you throw a good shot, but it doesn't quite act exactly as you think. And so you're another 10 or 15 feet from the basket. Consistently over the course of around 10 or 15 feet really adds up to be like stressful on your mind of having to make those putts over and over and over again, which is why I feel like I missed a lot of these 25, 30 footers. The other reason is I haven't practiced putting as much as I should. Hopefully we can make this next birdie, park a shot, and then just like birdie all the other 10 holes, you know, why not? Oh! All right, let's see how our long range putting is feeling. Can't believe that was so bad. But then again, like, no, not even then again. It was just bad, it was just bad. A little low. All right, I'm gonna start off the next video on a pretty nice water carry, which you should definitely go check out right up here. We're still 3 down, which is not bad. That video is not out yet. It'll pre-populate with something, but that video will be out later today. We have played 12 holes, so we have 9 left on the back. Putter's not been great, throwing's not been great, but it's new discs. It is what it is. I'm very happy with these so far. You'll get my final thoughts at the end of the next video, so go check that out. Okay, love you, bye.